Hey, to the school community of Clarkston, Washington, and to also the surrounding communities that are going through tough times themselves. My friends, my name is Jeff Yalden. It's a pleasure to introduce myself to you because on December 5th through 7th, I've been invited by the school administration of Clarkston to come and visit, and I'm honored. I'm honored that I've been invited. I'm honored that I get to serve. I'm Jeff Yalden. You blame it on Don't blame it on the mirror. My friends, I've worked with school communities for 3 decades. I specialize in loss, grief, suicide, teen mental health, and giving hope and support and encouragement during some of the toughest times that our school communities face. I know that your community has been hit really hard as of late. I'm also familiar, like I said, with the surrounding communities and the hard times that many of them have been faced with as well. It's too common for us as community members, parents, the students, to be asking, when is this going to end, or what's next? It kind of seems like that's just so simple to say, but we want others to know we're hurting. And we're hurting for each other. And sometimes that seems to be the most simplest thing to say, but we want answers. We may never get answers. Everyone is feeling the pain, and everyone is affected. I mean, even outside what these school communities and yourself has been feeling, I can promise you that everybody is fighting their own fight. So I want to encourage you, be kind. Not necessarily just with others, but be kind to yourself. Be gentle and compassionate. Again, with other people, but I need you to be gentle and compassionate and graceful with yourself as you go through this and you learn and you process. My friends, I want you to know that as I speak to you right now, my heart hurts for you. I'm truly sorry. Sometimes it takes an outside voice that can help. And I hope that my visit to the Clarkston school community, December 5th through 7th, will bring what you need. Support, love, light, grace, hope, insight, encouragement. But in the end, I hope that I can bring permission to move forward and moving forward what that looks like. And I want to do it in a safe and very sensitive manner. One thing I've come to learn in all of my years doing this work is that we get through tough times and we go through tough times together. That's so very important. We're not alone. We go through it together. What I have found is that I am nobody different than any of you. I've experienced over 3 decades, but I've learned that I am presence. And all I can do is be present for each and every one of you. You see, I don't save lives, I don't fix things. What I do is I plant seeds of hope, love, and light as we move forward. And I teach you how to move forward in a very sensitive, safe, and graceful manner. At the end of the day, that's what I do. And that's what we are going to do together. All of us. We are one community within our community. And we are one community within our area. We are all strong. We're strong together. We're strong alone. But we're strong for each other. Please understand, my friends, that my intentions are to serve and help you all walk through this together, to feel and to be heard. And again, for us ultimately to move forward together and what that looks like. Moving forward, I want you to understand, doesn't mean that we forget. We will never forget this time in our lives, those we've lost, the pain that we feel, and also the uncertainty of what might be next. But we can't be defined by life's circumstances. We grow and we learn from everything that we go through. And as a result, our lives become shaped by what we go through. We are a product of what happens to us. But that choice of how you respond, that's up to you. And I can tell you something, as a Marine combat veteran, I can tell you, like many of you could probably share stories with me, some of the toughest times that I never thought I would get through. But I did, and so have you. And the lesson that I learned is that what I did go through, it shaped me, led me to what I do for work today. It led me to be the man that I am today. I've grown more as a person having to go through life's toughest situations and the utmost heartfelt pain than anything else in life. My friends, we are shaped by what we go through. We're not to be victims, but we're to be victors. We're not to be bitter, but choose to be better. And so we go through tough times, and for either one or two things to happen as we go through that. One is our wounds are exposed, or we grow muscle. I'm encouraging you to grow muscle right now and be there to spot one another as they're growing too. This is a time where we all need to come together and come to terms with what is happening and why it's happening. I know it's hard, and I know it doesn't make sense. But we have to respond appropriately. I want to give an incredible amount of applause to the courage of your school administration in Clarkston. That's who I've been working with. And also to the counselors. See, my friends, no administrator, counselor, teacher is ever given a certificate on how to deal with loss amongst our students or tragedy within our communities. And so what we do is, on the outside, it's easy for us to criticize people for this or criticize them for that. On the same token, we applaud them for this, or we applaud them for that. But we often judge on the very little that we know, and we judge without being sensitive to what goes into making decisions, and sometimes those decisions don't make everyone happy. It's about what is right, and not necessarily what makes everyone happy. What we all need to do is stand in support of one another, and even if it doesn't make sense, know that decisions, any decision that is made or is going to be made, just know that it wasn't made alone. There's often a committee where decisions are made with time, sensitivity, communication, and care for what's in the best interest of everyone involved. And so I urge you to understand that your support is critical to how we as a community can all move forward, because I want us to get to a point that we stop asking, when is it going to end? Or what's next? My friends, we're not going to let this define who we are. Please allow me to give you some words of wisdom and support if you're still listening, and I hope I haven't lost you yet. My friends, we're living in a world where it feels like this is every day. Of course, we're asking what's next. If it isn't one thing, it's another. And I feel the media plays a big role in this too. And so I think it's easy to become desensitized. But this isn't okay, in my opinion. We can't continue to live like this. I want you to think about being the change. I want you to think about being solution-oriented. Be love and people-focused. That's influence, right? You are influence. Your presence wherever you are and whenever you need to be there. But things need to change, not just in our community, our communities, but in our lives. And it seems like this is a daily conversation that I have with people. I urge you to consider that change doesn't happen on its own. You see, nothing changes if nothing changes. And change always starts with us. What needs to change in your life? What needs to change in the world, the communities in which we live? For me, change starts in my head. Gratitude and love. Replacing expectations with appreciation. Change my attitude, my words, and my beliefs. You see, my friends, small changes mean big results. Be intentional about what changes that you need to make for you personally and for the people you love and for the people that love you. So if you want to see more love, I challenge you to be love. If you want to see more peace, I challenge you to be peace. I challenge you to manifest change. It starts with you. It starts with me. We can do this, my friends. And finally, I want to leave you with this. The holidays. It's a really tough time of year. It's a tough time of year to be processing everything that we're going through. And so the holidays are a time of joy, family, togetherness, and love. But for many, these holidays aren't going to be very joyful. Be mindful. Time is going to give us the permission to find joy once again, and to also give you the permission to find joy with each other. That's part of us choosing to move on. Again, not forget, but to move forward. And for every school administrator, counselor, and certainly know that our teachers, you see, the holidays are a really tough time because we worry about our students, whom for many of us we call our kids. I want to encourage you all that if you're having mental health challenges, which means a situation affects your thoughts affect your feelings, and your feelings affect your behaviors, I want to challenge you to find someone, a trusted and significant adult. I challenge you to talk it out. It's okay to talk about thoughts and feelings, and if you don't speak it out, you end up acting it out. Hey, even talk to your friends, man. I want our friends, though, to know what to do if you might be concerned about a friend. You see something, you say something, and you know something, you do something. This is a time where we all need to be a little bit more vigilant, but not hyper vigilant. But you got to understand that every sign needs to be taken seriously. And know that if a mental health challenge turns into a mental health crisis, here's the difference. Those thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, it starts to turn towards you wanting to hurt yourself or hurt other people, then it's absolutely necessary and critical that you get the help that you need, and there's nothing wrong for asking for help. It's okay to not be okay. But in my opinion, it's not okay to not be okay and not do something about it. I've been there. And I'm very thankful that I made that courageous choice to ask for help years ago. Depression, trauma, sadness, being overwhelmed right now with these thoughts and feelings, anxiety, fear. These are very real emotions, especially given the holiday season and too much time alone during break to think. Isolation is toxic. Some coping skills that you can think of. Go out for a walk. Get out in nature, some vitamin D. Spend time with loved ones. Talk, draw, paint, exercise, yoga. I'm a yoga teacher. Yeah, big people can do yoga too. Meditation, mindfulness, journal, volunteer. Get out and serve a purpose that is bigger than you. But I encourage you to breathe. Just breathe, my friends. Again, you're not alone. And so during break, what can you do so that you can be responsible in your behaviors, your thoughts, and your feelings? So important, my friends. So on December 5th through 7th, I'll be visiting your community. And know that I'm there for you. I'm here for you. And whatever it takes. If you want to connect with me, you make sure that we connect. You make sure that you tell someone that you want to connect with me, and I will make sure, no matter what, that I will connect with you. My name is Jeff Yalden. You could read more of me at www.jeffyalden.com. Until we meet, my friends, happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. I'm sending my thoughts, my prayers, love, and light. Take care.